Blaise from 90 Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After, may have become a fan favorite, but he isn't the perfect husband he pretends to be. Kobe fell in love with his American wife, Emily Bieberly, while working in China. They spent a few months together, which led to Emily getting pregnant. Eventually, Emily returned to the United States to have their first child. She filed for Kobe's K-1 visa to bring him to the United States. Emily and Kobe reunited in 90 Day Fiancé, Season 9 almost 2 years later. Soon after getting married, Kobe and Emily had another baby daughter. They demonstrated their compatibility by each taking on traditional gender roles. Kobe began working in the United States to support his family, while Emily became a homemaker, caring for their children and managing household tasks. Recently, the popular couple made a return to 90 Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After, Season 8. Kobe and Emily traveled to Cameroon, where they celebrated their second wedding. In March 2024, Kobe and Emily welcomed their third baby at him. They now have a lovely family of 5, just as they always wished for. Kobe has started a family with Emily, but some of his past actions suggest he may have used his American wife to secure a future in the United States. When Kobe met Emily in China, he quickly began a physical relationship with her, ending things with his former girlfriend from Cameroon, likely breaking her heart. Unfortunately, Kobe didn't show the same level of adoration for Emily as some other good husbands in the franchise. He judged her and made her feel insecure about her postpartum body. When Kobe arrived in the United States, he seemed less enthusiastic about being intimate with Emily. He bluntly commented on her size, stating she had gained weight. Besides that, he displayed no interest in making love with her, implying that her size may have turned him off. Despite having 3 children with Emily, Kobe's past inappropriate remarks can't be overlooked. It's fair to assume that he still doesn't find her as attractive as he did before. It's possible that Kobe is only staying in the relationship for his comfortable life in the United States. Kobe and Emily visited Cameroon to meet their extended family. However, the trip somehow turned into planning their second wedding and discussing staying permanently in Africa. Kobe tried to convince Emily to move to Cameroon permanently, stating that his home country was cheaper than America. He didn't care about how it would be impossible for Emily to live a happy life in Africa and how it would impact his children. Despite receiving a lot from his in-laws, Kobe showed little consideration for their feelings or desires to live as empty nesters. While he has a close relationship with his father-in-law and a good bond with his mother-in-law, he still disrespects them by frequently disregarding their house rules. The 90 Day Fiancé franchise cast member has behaved like a true freeloader. When Kobe and Emily had their first child, he depended on his in-laws to support his family and influence them to take care of his son. After the birth of their second child, Emily's parents asked the couple not to have any more babies in their house, knowing the financial strain it would place on them. Despite their request, Kobe made another baby with Emily during their trip to Cameroon, prioritizing his own desires over the feelings of his in-laws. Kobe lacks respect for Emily and is indifferent to causing her embarrassment in front of her parents. Kobe's actions have highlighted his self-centered personality, with the most recent example coming from 90 Day Fiancé, Happily Ever After, Season 8. When Kobe had his third child with Emily, he named him after his best friend. Despite knowing that his friend had disrespected Emily, Kobe still chose to do so because of a promise he made to him years ago. Emily was never happy with Kobe's decision to name their son after his toxic friend, but she couldn't do much to stop him. Kobe's unwillingness to prioritize Emily's feelings over his friend showed his lack of care for her. One Reddit user stated, via @AmbitiousActuator32, seeing how Kobe had no empathy for his wife and her very valid feelings makes me see him a bit differently. Another Reddit user wrote, I felt so bad for Emily when she was crying about it. Someone else commented, I'm no fan of Emily, but this was absolute bulls asterisk asterisk from Kobe. The 90-Day Fiancé, happily ever after. Alam is definitely a great friend, but needs to do better as a husband.